What's up my loves? My name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and I'm in trouble! Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking through the books that I acquired in March. And yep, did the thing. So for the month of March, I ended up acquiring 12 books. I did have a reward from Cluedo that I could go on a book splurge, and I hadn't really done that. I've done that. So I was introduced to the world of Depop in February, and this is the consequence of my actions. So let's talk about the stats and then we'll talk about what the books actually are. Like I said, in the month of March, I acquired 12 books, 2 of which are read and 10 that are unread. I bought 8 books, I was gifted 3, and I picked up 1 ARC. For the books that I bought, I spent a total of $92.99. TBR numbers. I have been attempting to read 2 books off my physical TBR to be able to add 1 on. In March, I read 3 books that I had acquired in 2024, so bringing those numbers down, and I read 5 from my backlist. So I could have added 4 books to my TBR. I added 10. So for this year collectively, I have read 33 books off my TBR, so I could have added 16 unread books, and this is taking off the 2024s as I read them. I could have ended this month with 16 unread books to be balanced. I'm sitting at 23 unread, so yeah. One of my other goals is to have 60% of the purchases, acquisitions read by the end of the year. I'm sitting at 23%, which is up from last month, which was very surprising, but yeah. So in terms of TBR numbers, I had 1 book that was going onto Ash's collection of books that I want to read, and then the rest are added to my shelves. My TBR collection was sitting at 214 books. It's now at 217. And the overall collection, so including books off Ash's TBR that I want to read, we're sitting at 260. It's now at 263. This is why I'm in trouble. So I'm also proud of the fact that this still hasn't put my TBR above where we started the year at. So I'm fine with that and feeling good. I just am aware of what I want to read for the rest of the year, and this is only quarter 1. Like, this is only quarter 1, and I'm just nervous. But I got some fantastic books, so let's talk about them. The first one that I'm going to mention is the ARC that I picked up from Ash's work, and that is Psyche by Kate Forsyth. And this is coming out on the 28th of May, so I'm hoping to read it in April for Magical Readathon as well. And this is a Psyche and Eros retelling. I don't know anything else about that. You give me mythology retelling or mythology reimagining with the tagline of has been told for more than 2,500 years. Kate Forsyth infuses it with new vigor as a life-affirming celebration of female strength, sexual desire, and empowerment, and you have me signing the fuck up. So it's here, it's on the TBR, and I'm hopefully going to read it in April because dear God, I need to get these numbers down, and I'm so excited. This cover is also stunning. I'm assuming this is going to be very close to the final cover, if not the final cover, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited to try Kate Forsyth's writing and get to know this story more. Then I'll dive into the gifts. So 2 out of the 3 gifts came from the beautiful A Book Fiend named Mel, and the first is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is for BookStara for the second half of the year, so I'm picking it up in July, so plans to read it. Thank the Lord. And I'm really excited to see what this is. I know that a lot of people have enjoyed this trilogy. I know that Liv from Endless Pages absolutely loves it. So I'm really, really excited to dive into this series. And thank you, Mel, for putting it in my hands so it's ready to go when the time comes. And it's mixed media format. I believe that there was a murder that happened and the protagonist is doing a class assignment and is wanting to dive deeper into it. That's really all I know. YA thriller. I'm excited to try this as it's not my usual genre. The other one that they got me is Jade War by Fonda Lee, and I ended up reading this in March for BookStara. Our discussion is on Sunday, and I'm just very happy to have read this, and I'm so thankful for Mel gifting it to me in March because I needed to read it in March. And this is intimidating in audiobook solely format, so I was very happy to be able to tab it up and be able to continue just working my way throughout the month. But it is now read. I had a really good time and can't wait to talk more about it on the live show. It seems like it's going to be a very interesting mix of discussion and reviews from the book club, and I'll leave the BookStara information down below, so if you still want to join in for the Greenbone Saga or start us with the Holly Jackson series, then you can. Then the final one was a tie-in to purchases from myself. I ended up buying a collection of books from Depop, and they threw this one in as a bonus, and that is Speak by Laurie Halls Anderson. I have wanted this for years. I heard conversations about it and it being a very hard-hitting topic, especially when I was reading a lot of that, like The Female of the Species by Minnie McGinnis, Ashley Herring Blake's Girl Made of Stars, and I just feel like this is going to be so powerful and I cannot wait to dive in. But again, I don't know much about it. I've just gone off the recommendation that so many people love it, and it's one of those books that is going to have me in my feelings, which is all I want. So when they were like, I'm just going to toss that in because you've liked it, I'm like, thank you. From them, I also did purchase 5 books. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because I really don't know that much about most of them. The first is We Hunt the Flame by Hasfa Faisal, and this is the first in a duology. I believe that it is a desert-inspired fantasy, and that's all I've got. I know that Principal from Castle Library absolutely adored this series, so I saw it and was like, this is cheap, let's do it. I think I'm really going to enjoy it. I picked up Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This is the prequel to The Hate You Give, following the dad from The Hate You Give and his experiences being a drug dealer, slinger, I think. And so the decisions and consequences of that. So I'm very curious to pick it up. It is one that has been on my series list for ever and a day, but I didn't pick it up because I didn't own it. So now it's in my hands and going on to my rainbow shelf, and I'm very excited to be able to finally get to this, and I cannot wait. Then I got Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I believe this is one of the best explorations of OCD, I think, or anxiety that a lot of people have read. Obviously, it's probably not, you can't make the claim it is the best, but having such high recommendations for it, it's definitely one that intrigues me immensely, and I have really loved John Green's writing before, so I am very happy to have picked this up as a hardcover, and I can't wait to be hurt in the feelings. This haul was definitely ones that I had been seeing on BookTube for ever and a day and really wanted to get to, so I caved. The final one is Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. This is Tom Felton's autobiography of growing up in the limelight, and for me, I was very happy to be able to find this because I've been very curious in reading it, but I don't support J.K. Rowling in their views, and I don't know how Tom navigates that, so I was very curious about it and definitely want to pick it up. Like, he seems like a really nice person, so I'd be curious to hear their experiences. And then the final one from that I have read, and that is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I have wanted to pick up the Lunar Chronicles because I absolutely adore this series when we read it for BookStara, and so when I saw it very cheap, I couldn't help myself. I love this edition and I would like to collect the rest of them in this version. I don't know how feasible that's going to be, but I thought, well, this one's here, why not? Let's give it a go. Then another Depop purchase was How to Make a Wish by Ashley Herring Blake. I saw this on a stack of books and I was like, oh my god, it's one of the last Ashley Herring Blakes I need to read to complete their backlog, I believe. I was very excited to pick it up and had zero hesitations. No idea what it's about, not a single clue. Like, there is not an ounce of knowledge on what this is aside from the fact it's Ashley Herring Blake. Then the one that is going on Ash's shelves that I still haven't read is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. We were trying to find matching editions. Unfortunately, this isn't the right one, but he's still happy to keep it, and I really love this purple. I think it's fabulous. Don't know anything about it. Sayaka Murata's writing seems to be off the walls and sounds like a good time. I know that they've worked in the same convenience store since they were young, and it's their experience. So it's teeny tiny. I didn't expect it to be this small, but that's that one. And then finally, this was a journey. The Last Book Wanderer, the 6 Pages and Code book by Anna James. We placed a pre-order for this when it was announced. It has been released internationally, but because I'd already put my name down for it at Ash's work, I was like, fuck it, we'll just wait for it to come in. It is not a worry. I wanted to collect them in these editions, and I'm just so happy that it's in my hand. This is following Tilly and Milo on their last adventure, and I'm not prepared for this series to end, but I'm excited to see where the story goes and how we end up with these characters, because I think it's going to be a really fun conclusion. Shit, this is mammoth. This is a stack of books that I acquired in March. I am very happy with all of my purchases. I just wish I have read a little bit more than I actually have, but I'm very excited to get to every single one of these, and they are all that I have been eyeing off for the longest time. So very happy to finally have them in my collection and be able to get to them when I do, hopefully this year. Let me know in the comments, was there any books that you picked up in March that you're absolutely dying to sink your teeth into, or any book that you have been wanting to get for the longest time and finally picked it up? Let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!